Is that dagger that I got off of Percival just a regular 1d6 damage dagger? Yeah, the knife. So if I used it, would it be a 1d4? Okay. Sorry, you talking to me? Oh, not a whole lot. Actually, this is what's new. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you something. So, do you know about Tableau, business intelligence program? So, I've been trying to get certified in Tableau because we're going to start using that for work. So, yeah, and I made a little pet project, and this is what it is. basically I took the stats from Les Miles' tenure from 2005 to 2006, his offensive stats, and started comparing it to like the passing yards, rushing yards per year, and then the passing and rushing attempts. And I filtered it out where you can pick like the conference that they played or the opponent or like the actual game and see the statistics from there. And I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. That's fun stuff. Haven't really messed with the formatting too much. I just wanted to get the graphs on there and filters. But pretty interesting stuff.
Hey. Oh, now can you hear me? I hear Phil and Dave. I see Dave. Can I be heard? Okay, you can hear me. Alrighty. Delightful.
Wait, what's that? Why can't you see? Can you see me? I can't see myself. Well, whatever. That's fine. All right.
Oh my god, it's working.
Cool. So what did you guys do on the alt thing yesterday? Cool. Not there to Gil yet?
Oh my god. Yep.
Okay.
I can hear you. Weird. I can't see myself. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Sucks to suck.
Check.
Whee! You're so checked. Technology.
I'm not talking.
Good.
We're missing Phil then.
Looks like it.
Hey. Yeah.
Hell.
I think so.
Except
Sorry.
Lee.
I was reading up on it. Apparently, Roll20 switched from using a separate company called OpenTalk, and are like working on a beta of their own version, and that beta is what has been so crappy. So,
Well.
and that was two days ago. So that explains why everything is awful.
Still crap.
Yep. So, I'll send you guys the link so you can read it yourself if you want.
I'll bear back.
It's so weird. I have a setting to not receive anything from anyone on Roll20, and I still see Brian's video. Maybe he joined after I set the thing. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know.
Apparently, there's an issue where if you change your settings and then reconnect, it doesn't actually update the settings until everyone else refreshes, is one of the things I was reading.
I'm back.
Yeah, it's like refresh it till it works. And we lost Phil. You're out of the
I'm back.
Roll20. There you are. Okay, everybody good?
Yep.
Dave, are you going to be Lee?
I am gonna. Well, you can actually role play them if you want to. That's fine.
I just I can't do any combat shit. I have no idea how they work.
We probably
You
won't
don't
be
get hit.
dealing
You
with
swing a
much.
sword.
I'll handle the combat stuff if you want.
Okay.
That should make it easy.
Just
As
use
far
your
as
reaction
Cyros
for
goes, I'll be
disadvantage.
role playing Robo Cyros as well.
All right.
Welcome everybody, all two of you. Enjoy today. Where we last left off was a very complicated puzzle of trying to figure out how to pull a jerk out of a different dimension. That sort of worked. You dealt with him well. Your lawful good paladin was like, "Hey, you gotta leave," and he did. No violence, no nothing.
Hey man, you're not doing some nice stuff, and you should do more nice stuff.
That's pretty much what happened in Dragon Speak. So where we last left you guys, you had just established the fact that the construct that has the soul tether, that source bolt, is on its way, or you think it's on its way. It's out of the city, trudging back to what you think is the Collector's Hold up in Wyvern Tor. You had just dealt with a particularly rambunctious Seymour, who actually showed you some benevolence for the first time in ever. He gave you something you needed, and we don't really know how that'll play out yet, but he will probably be expecting something of you eventually. So for now, what you have is the soul tether, one of these source bolts that presumably goes into the chest of deconstructed Cyros. You have his head and you have his torso. You are missing both arms and both legs. You haven't done any searching for leads on those kind of things yet. It's very difficult to figure out where, just asking the ether where this kind of thing would be. So it's probably up to you guys to try and figure out where you need to go, leads, that kind of stuff. But for the moment, Gil is back in Durandale working on whatever he's working on, trying to establish this guild. Gil's Guild. And you have a...
Guilds.
Yeah, you have a stomping construct heading back to what you think is the Collector. So as far as resolving conflict, you are well within your power to do whatever you like. There may or may not be an extra place added to Neverwinter. You might have a look and see if you can find it. But just to give you a little bit of a meta hint. But for now, you are waking up from the previous night's endeavors. You are all at the Dancing Stallion, even Parathrax. He finally made his way back and snuck into his room. Or into a room.
So fucking good.
Trying to avoid the advances of the halfling Millie, who is smitten. So for now, if there's any questions...
halfling?
She's a halfling? I thought she was a human.
Millie's a halfling.
I thought she was a
So
human.
you could say she's divine smitten.
Yeah, divine smitten, exactly. She has been smote by the Warhammer.
Noted. Smut, one might say.
Oh, hey, all right. So for now, if there's any questions, I'll answer them. We can talk about some stuff, or we can just get into it. It's up to you guys.
I think I'm good.
No questions? All good? Alright.
I would have gone hunting with Pup in the morning before coming in. So can I roll for survival to see what I would have caught?
Absolutely.
That is a 22.
There's not much around Neverwinter proper, but there are some hills immediately outside, and you spend some time doing some road tracking, not really spending much time in the woods, but actually come up with some hare and even some mink. So you got a couple mink and 4 hare.
Great.
Okay.
So walking into Dancing Stallion, carrying these in, I say, Millie, what's for breakfast?
It looks like you brought me some game. I could probably dress that up. It was just going to be some regular porridge. Maybe some cold mutton as well, but not much.
See what you can do with this.
Ooh, fair enough. Well, if I can have all of them, you can consider your next night on me.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. So she goes to work dressing the game. She takes the 2 mink and sets them aside, and is very clearly interested in their pelts, not their meat. So we'll see what happens there. But you just gave her some prized possessions. And the 4 hare get quickly dressed and turned into a relatively simple breakfast stew. So
Can't wait to see the fur coat she's going to make Parathrax.
enjoy this fur condom.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh
dragon condom.
my.
In
That's your
before she
brother.
Makes it too big.
That's your brother. Yeah, she's hopeful.
Wow.
She's. Anyway, it's like Shaq and his girlfriend. Okay. So. Shaq. Cool. All right. So morning breaks. The rest of you guys wake up relatively simply. Nothing complicated about the morning. It is the morning at the Dancing Stallion. Millie is quick roasting up some of the food that Gray brought back.
I will very begrudgingly meander down the stairs and take a seat and just not say anything to anyone.
Grumpy Gus.
I'll walk down the stairs as well, stretching as I make my way, and then sit to my party members.
I'll join you guys and start playing after I eat.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Devon, it's a little early for music, isn't it?
I said
It is.
after I eat, not
Oh,
while I eat.
okay.
Still too early.
But if you want music,
We're okay for now. Let's get breakfast and then we can think about a song.
all right.
Yes. Food, please.
Millie, I know you're still working on the rabbit, but is the porridge ready for our poor dragonborn friend here?
You know, she smiles and goes back behind the counter, ladles out a generous couple ladles into a wooden bowl, brings it over, and plops it in front of you. Where's your brother?
It's a fantastic question. I suppose he's in one of the rooms. Did anyone see him come in?
He and I were at the Arm and Hammer saloon down the street for a good portion of the evening, but...
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes. Yeah, I'm saying that to Vorthur.
What in God's name were you doing there, Millie?
Well, Parathrax decided, as much as he likes this place, he wanted to see what else Neverwinter had offered, it being such a large hub, and we ended up there by chance. And,
No, he didn't drink any of Armin's swill, did he?
with the black stuff? Yeah, I think he had a little bit.
No, Jesus. I think I should go. Oh, vomit. I think I should go find him. So she makes her way up the stairs and starts to look around. The food is left out in front of you. There's portions for everyone.
Did you leave an extra portion for Puff?
Nope.
Okay. So I take a few spoonfuls and then hide the rest under the table for Puff to lap up.
All right. Moments later, Millie comes stomping down the stairs with a grumpy Parathrax behind her. He's kind of sullenly stepping down the stairs and is very clearly still hungover, and he's actually doing this over his right eye, trying to like wake it up.
Remember that we can't see you.
Oh right, yeah, he's rubbing at his eye. I'm broadcasting video. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But
I can't see it. So I guess I'll do Parathrax.
yeah, sure.
Morning, everyone. Trying to massage the right eye.
Morning, sunshine.
Sunshine isn't the right word, but how's everyone doing today?
Not bad. Where the hell were you last night?
Well, you know, wanted to walk around, see what Neverwinter had. Ended up at this quaint little establishment called the Arm and Hammer.
Sounds awful.
Had some pleasant conversation with a friend Greycastle here. And then marched on home.
You forgot the part where we held a kid who was trying to steal from his drunk dad upside down.
We can leave that.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was great what you did. I mean, yeah.
We don't need to talk about it.
Well, he sounds like a great guy.
Anyway, it's on the agenda. Where are we going?
As Parathrax says that, Millie walks over and puts down a steaming mug of tea in front of him, says, "Drink this, you idiot," and walks away.
Millie, could I get an extra Porridge, you forgot one for Pup.
I didn't forget. He's a dog.
She's a dog, and she's one of the most valuable members of this party.
Well, forgive me. I didn't look under her skirts, and you can pay for her bowl if you want something.
Wonderful. Here, will 2 gold cover it? It's only porridge.
Yeah, sure.
I did
Then she comes back with a wooden bowl and puts it down.
All right. So Pup is finishing my bowl, and I begin eating my own bowl of porridge.
Cool.
Very, very slowly eating.
So I have to go back to the library later. Does anyone want to come with me?
Back to the library? What do you mean back?
Meaning that when I was here without y'all, I went to the library.
What'd you get?
A book.
Your intelligence is astounding. A book about what?
I'm sure you've seen me reading it. It's the book about herbalism and various kinds of flora around the Sword Coast.
All right. More of your poison talk, I suppose.
I didn't have too much information about poison. More the nature of some of these plants that are around here.
Well, every inquiry I make at the library seems to come up short, so I'm content for the moment.
Okay. Does anyone else want to go?
I'll probably make a trip to Seymour's before we leave. Gotta get
I would, Era, but Pup's still finishing what she's working on. She got a big book last time she was there, so.
I thought she'd be allowed in the library anyway.
Well, you know.
Oh, very well.
Okay, so you make your way out of Millie's.
Yes.
Right,
I leave a little
that's
tip of 5 silver on the table.
That was nice of you. She smiles and sweeps it off off the counter into her little purse. Okay, so you make your way out of the Dancing Stallion. You cross one of the major thoroughfares across the river next to the government buildings. You pass by with the stables on your left as you travel down and make your way down past the religious quarter and the forum and end up at the Neverwinter Library after about a half an hour of travel.
Let me say that I disguised myself before leaving the Dancing Stallion.
Sure. What do you look like?
I look like the woman that I was before, disguised before. Whenever before I made my disguises, kind of like the same woman that I use whenever I'm in Neverwinter when I use the spell.
Gotcha. Okay, one sec.
Humanish looking woman.
Humanish. Kind of looks like a human, but
Human,
kind of
humanish.
off, you know?
A reasonable approximation of human. It's like an
Like
eye
1/8
down here,
or-
a nose is like this. You're human-ish.
Humanish.
Okay. So you enter the library, and once again, the same librarian is on duty. She's sitting behind the counter, busily reading through a book with a big stack of books next to her. It's Amelie, as you met her last time. And she looks up, pulls her glasses down a little bit, looks over at you and says, "You returning a book?"
Yes, ma'am. I believe I was here sometime a week ago, and I borrowed this book about herbalism and various plants around.
Well, that's right. How did you like it?
It was very interesting. I learned a lot about the various nature around here. I perhaps might rent it again, but I just wanted to return it before.
All right. As we agreed, it's 5 gold a day.
Indeed.
You were gone for 6 days. It's 30 gold.
Here's 30 gold.
Where do you want Parathrax during all this? Is he nursing that cup back in the Dancing Stallion stuff? Paul?
Wait, what?
Where's your brother?
He's eating breakfast next to me.
Oh, you didn't go to the library?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought that you went with Era. Never mind, Era. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Era, finish your conversation. You gave her 30 gold. She smiles at you and puts the book on the top of the stack and begins to thumb through her pages again.
Have you gotten any interesting books that come in regarding nature or anything like that recently?
I'm sorry, young miss. We don't really get much of a rotation of books. They're not traveling around. This is a steady collection here. You can go back and have another look at what we've got, but things aren't coming in and out.
Okay. Well, I might be back here later then. Thank you very much.
All right.
I walk out and back toward Nancy's deli.
Okay, cool. It takes you about a half an hour to get back. By that point, it's reasonable that the rest of you guys have finished breakfast, and Parathax has finished nursing that particularly disgusting herbal remedy that Millie has forced down his throat.
I would like to note Vorthern was reading his book from Seymour. Is it titled? Do I know what it is now?
No. The book is
I have no
interesting.
idea.
It is a simple leather-bound book. And as you open it, there is nothing in it. There are no pages. Oh, the pages are there, but there's no writing on the pages.
They're blank.
They are completely blank.
Okay. Can I discern anything magical about the book, or does it just seem completely ordinary?
Intellectually, you know that Seymour gave you a book that he said was magical. So you believe that a powerful mage with true sight wouldn't be lying to you. It's also kind of weird that Seymour doesn't lie, as you've noticed over time. He doesn't lie to people. He just doesn't. So as a result, you think that intellectually there's something magical about the book. Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Okie dokie. First roll tonight. Not a 4, not a 4, not a 4, not a 4. Oh,
Pick a
22.
4. A what?
22.
Yeah. The book is very clearly emanating some kind of magical aura. It almost feels like the same kind of arcane presence that you exude when you try and cast an illusion. It feels similarly to how your mirror images do.
Ooh.
So there's something charmed about the book. It may be jinxed, it may be hexed, but something's going on.
Okay. So I flipped through every page forward and back, and there's nothing on the pages.
On the last page, all the way on the end, on the back side, just basically the inside of the back cover, there's a single small rune in the bottom left corner. It is not glowing. It's just it looks like it's an embossed black symbol.
Do I recognize it?
Go ahead and roll history.
Oh god, I never do this. History. Natural 1. Oh man.
You misrecognize that symbol as the symbol of Bahamut.
Ah, fucking shit. Okay. Brother, do you know about this symbol? It's from Bahamut, right?
You're an idiot. And he goes back to eating. No, this is not our god.
Oh, well. Shows you how much I pay attention to that stuff.
Clearly. And he's like grimacing as he's drinking that stuff that Millie gave him.
Can I don't know exactly how this works. Can I like prod the book with magic?
You can do some probing. You can try and you can talk to me about what kind of magic you want to use on it, and then do a little tinkering, kind of like we did with the dagger a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we can see how that gets resolved. But the way this will work is you will take an overt action with some kind of magic, and I will tell you how it plays out. It's not like I want to magically probe the book. It's
No. Yeah. So if I get the sense, can I cast the illusion of words on the pages and see what that does?
Sure. So you're gonna what kind of cast? It's just a minor illusion.
I'm just gonna cast a minor illusion for like basic text on the front page, on the first page, and see if it reacts to that in some way.
So, Lauren Ipsum. So, as you do, you create a very small patch of words on the first page. And as you put that image down, you can see what appears to be a dental shimmer, almost. And the illusion that's being held by the book, or something like an illusion that's being held by the book, fades for a brief instant, and you can see briefly the outline of red text. Very, very briefly. And then for a second, you get this little spotlight of a spot of the book, of specifically the text in the book. It's not really enough to read anything, or not enough time to read anything. But for a moment, your magic competes with its magic, and it kind of silences. They kind of constructively decohere or decohere and drop each other out for a moment.
Okay.
This is a flash. It's an instant.
Yeah.
And you do notice that as you're holding the book, the place under the rune on your hand feels slightly cold.
Slightly cold.
Yep.
Okay. It's like the rune in the back of the book you mentioned, like as I'm holding
Essentially,
the book.
you held the book and you opened the front cover and you cast a minor illusion on it.
Yeah.
And after doing that, you saw a flash of text, and you felt under your left hand, which is holding your right hand that's holding the book, the back cover, where the rune would sit underneath the leather cover, felt slightly cold. Yep.
Okay. Can I? Oh, here's an idea. I would like to take out. Fuck. What do I have on me? I would like to take out my small knife. I have like a pen knife in my pack. Small
Okay.
knife. And I cast light on it.
Okay.
And I put the knife, just rest the knife on the front page, like on the table.
Okay.
Like
So.
flat side.
Yep. As the illuminated blade touches the book, nothing happens. There is no change visibly. It doesn't look anything like what happened a moment ago when you cast an illusion on the cover or on the first page.
So I would like to then cast a minor illusion on the page of nothing.
So that's what you did previously. You're gonna do the same thing.
Well, I cast an illusion of words the first time, so I want to cast an illusion of I just
I
want
see.
to focus illusionary magic
Yep, that's
on
fine.
the space
Yep, I'm with you.
of the page.
Sure, no problem. Go ahead and cast your illusion. A very similar thing to the first time happens. You get this kind of very brief glimpse of what's behind the illusion that flashes and fades. It's not enough to read anything. It's almost
Okay,
like flicking on and off a light.
Yeah. Can I do it? I'm going to turn to the back and then do it specifically over the rune.
This time when you cast the illusion, you get the same effect where there is some text there. You can see it. And this time you can actually see the rune glow blue. The rune itself glows, and you feel relatively minor but still present cold aura around that rune.
Okay, but is the effect more permanent, or is it still like a flash?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
There's something about this rune that's maintaining the illusion.
Right. I don't want to damage this book. Okay. Last thing I'm going to try to do for the moment is like focus Eldritch energy on the book. So, what I would usually kind of the kind of stuff I would channel for Eldritch Blast or for meditation. I would like to just kind of I don't want to damage the book, obviously, but I just want to kind of try to light that fire a bit and try to focus that intent on the book.
The second you channel or start to think about Eldritch power and trying to channel Eldritch energy onto the book, you immediately have your eyes start to cloud. A very inky black fills in the sclera, and you have a moment where you just snap out of everything and you fall back into your chair, still slumping almost into your stool. The spoon that was holding the porridge just drops. Everyone looks at you, and you are having a vision.
Woo!
Echoing in what appears to be the cavernous expanse of your mind that you're now just sitting and looking into, you feel the presence of the other. You feel Ragnala. And as far as what this vision is going to explain, look at the chat. 1 sec.
Now's a great time to tell you about our sponsor, Seymour's Adventure Outfitters.
Sorry, y'all. It's a bit boring.
Great. We're playing with a book.
That book.
As As long as it tells us where all the other pieces of Saros are, I'm fine.
As long as it has this specific outcome.
If it doesn't have a quest exclamation point over its head, we are leaving right now.
There you go, B.
So, Dave, that's what I understand about the book now?
That is
Or-
conveyed to you into your mind as a result of focusing and trying to deal with this rune.
Okay, but am I still in a vision state?
You have that vision, and that text is conveyed in some kind of nonverbal way mentally into your head, basically shouted at you from the
Okay.
inside of your skull by Ragnala. And then you snap out of it. You are now once again awake. It was a flash of a vision, almost a couple seconds. But you have no sense of time, so you don't know how long it was. But to your friends, they might not even noticed. But you did drop your spoon.
Okay.
Vorthern, are you going to finish that? Pup's still hungry.
Yeah, take it. Sure.
Okay. So I grab his bowl and throw it into a pup.
Era's arriving back from the library right now.
I drop by this guy's south as I walk through the door.
I'm gonna stop playing and rejoin the party.
Did you find what you're looking for, Era?
Oh, I was just returning a book. I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. Seems like my interests aren't really designed here, so.
Sorry.
Did someone just fall?
Parathrax gets up out of the stool that he just had knocked over and is still rubbing his right eye. Why is everyone shouting at me? It is cradling his head.
Parathrax, couldn't you lay hands on yourself and fix this?
Oh, you're so smart. Then he does it. And he feels way better almost instantly. He's basically casting a magical divine fix for a hangover. He's eating that PB&J in the morning. He's feeling good.
Banana, peanut butter, banana smoothie down.
There it is. Cool. All right. So V, you've had a vision.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a candle near me? Are there candles lit?
It's mid-morning and the windows are open. So nope. You can
Millie,
reasonably
do you have
find
a
a candle.
I could borrow for just a moment. Would you mind lighting a candle for me?
You're talking to Millie?
Yeah.
She goes, sure, all right. And she goes back behind the counter to where the evening's stuff is kept beneath the bar, and she pulls out a very small lantern, takes the wax candle out, and hands it to you. Says, there you go. Kind of looking at you strangely. Sure. Not an issue at all. Really quickly catches a flame.
Okay. I would like to hold the book specifically where the place the rune is over the candle, but obviously not close enough for it to burn, but close enough for it to feel heat.
Roll dexterity.
And see. Oh, fucking! I have to roll dexterity to hold the book.
Bitch, you playing with fire next to a book. Yeah.
There is a candle sitting on
Just
the
roll
table.
it. You don't know what the DC is.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta have some
Natural
fun.
fucking one.
Are you serious?
No!
Are you serious?
Made me burn a magical artifact. I'm so fucking angry. Make me fucking roll to hold a book.
You hold the book over the candle, and very briefly you see the flames licking at the page, and you're focusing on that rune, trying to see something change, and briefly that back page starts to catch fire. You freak out, drop the candle, and start to put out.
Put it out.
You put it out very easily without an issue. There's very, very minor damage to the book. You feel like a moron. Millie's looking at you like you're a moron.
I scowl very sternly at Millie and just turn to leave.
5% chance. I love this game. All
I
right.
hate you, Dave.
What was that all about?
Nothing.
I didn't realize you were a pyromaniac.
Are you trying to work on a new spell, Borthrin?
I am investigating an artifact.
By burning a book.
No.
I'm not sure if burning the book is the right thing
I
to
usually
do.
leave the tavern.
I
I just walk out.
He really isn't a morning person, is he?
I don't think so. Why is he burning books?
Did he drink last night?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about going to Seymour's in a little bit. Anyone care to join? Maybe he has some ideas about where we can build Saros.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Sayros, do you want to come with us?
I don't think I have much of a choice, do I?
Nope.
No, but we can at least pretend.
And Parathrax stands and puts on the Saros backpack that he's made, and there's a little talking head behind him and a torso hanging off of his back.
Before we leave, I'll walk up to Millie. I drop 2 gold on the bar, and I say, the next round is on Seymour Slayers.
That's nice. What exactly is Seymour Slayers?
We're an adventuring group, sponsored by Seymour. I know you know who Seymour is, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just
of course.
down the street. Yeah, well, we're an adventuring group with him. If anyone has any trouble or anything like that, let them know to come see Seymour and to get his merry band of troops.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Ingmas.
Not a problem.
As I'm walking out, Eric, remember that one time you were a band for a moment?
Like a real band, like playing songs.
God, yeah.
Wow.
In Fendalen for the guards.
Yeah. Your
Session
Parathrax, or
Oh,
it was
that's
Sayros.
right.
Sayros decided we were Sayros and Sons. It was one of the many plans we've messed up.
Yes.
That
That's
seems
kind
so
of
long
weird.
ago.
Sorry. We just had so many plans that have messed up that I
Right.
forget.
It's easy to remember the ones that go right because we haven't had one yet.
Exactly. We should actually think about starting a band. That'd be interesting.
As long as
What
we
do I do? Can I just play the triangle?
Well, you're a top performer. You'd
Bro,
probably-
Devon, you're gonna have to do everything. We're just here to help.
Yeah, I can. Not
So
do
what are your proficiencies with musical instruments? That bow could probably do some nice tunes, right?
Now
Real
it's
quick,
broken in
Borthrin, no, nothing has changed about the rune. There wasn't even any effect on the wording of the book. You were focusing intently on the book. That's why you burned it in the first place, because you weren't paying attention to the flame. Nothing changed.
I kind of flicked Ray Castle in the forehead with Mage Hand, and I said, I think he was talking about you.
Oh,
Yeah, Gray, you have a bow, right?
Yes, I do. It only plays a couple notes, but I like them.
Good enough. How about you, Era? Any musical proficiencies you got? Can you sing?
I can try, probably not very well, or I can dance. By disguising myself and being a dancer, maybe.
Can you show us?
I cannot show you. And I flipped him in the forehead with Mage Hand as well.
That's fine. We don't need to. Anyways, Parathrax should be our answer. Moving on. Let's
Good choice. That'll,
Thank you.
yeah. Should definitely be the face of the party. Or the band. Anyways, let's roll over to Seymour's. Do we spot V? Is he around?
V, are you
Outside
around?
the tavern. But yeah,
Okay, I don't know if you like straight up just left. Alright, V, do you wanna come along? We're gonna go to Seymour's to see if he has any leads on what we can do about the construct that we dealt with the other day.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you all.
We won't tell Seymour about the burning of the book. It's okay.
I don't respond. Just
All right.
towards Seymour's.
It's true.
Well, let's go.
All right, you make your way across. Down the street. Really, it's not very far to Seymour's Adventures Outfitters at all. A few moments pass, and you have arrived at the door. Now that NO has very clearly faded. There's nothing there on the door anymore. Doors open, lights are on, even the wooden sign is out and appropriately displayed saying open. Behind the counter, Claire is working away as normal. She is cataloging something in a small wooden crate. Seymour's doing his weird thing. He's in the corner staring at the wall. Basically, he's between two bookcases and is staring into the corner of them, not looking at any books.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good morning.
Doing fine. Hello, hello, hello. He's in rare form today, as you can tell. Claire.
What you got cataloging there? Anything new come in?
Nothing fancy, just some trinkets that he purchased. I don't know why he purchased them, and as you notice, there's a box full of very shiny, just random things that people have picked up off the street and polished.
Well, he does like his shiny things.
Clearly.
Seymour, we meant to ask you, would you have any knowledge on where we can find parts regarding our attempts to rebuild our friend over here? And I point at Saros.
Seymour takes a moment and steps back from his reverie and turns and looks at you. Repeat that, please.
So, I'm not sure if you have been updated. I think Parathrex has updated you on what we're trying to do. We're trying to rebuild our friend Saros, who died and is now a construct, as you can see. Parathrex back. And we have no idea where to go next. We were pointed where to get the torso, but we're out of clues on where to go for the legs and the arms.
Parathrex, bring him closer, please. And Seymour kind of steps out from behind the counter and walks around to see you guys. And Parathrex steps over and turns around, and Seymour starts basically feeling around on Cyrus, who is kind of giggling that he's being tickled. Seymour's inspecting different parts of him, focusing intently on what is missing. He looks into the chest and realizes that you've already have the piece for that. You have to worry about that piece. As then focusing on each shoulder and the sockets and the hips, where the remaining 4 limbs would go. And he's quizzically looking at what appears to be almost a slightly translucent purplish, essentially pin that would fit into a socket in the opposing piece. I've seen these colors before. I think I have an idea where these would be. Things might get a bit complicated, but I think I know where 2 arms would be.
Really?
I can tell you, but you gotta promise not to upset my city.
Your city? As in Neverwinter, or?
Gentlemen, you all know I protect this place. This is my home. I protect it. I am entrusted with its safety, specifically magical safety.
And we are your slayers. We're here to help you.
I know, which is why I bring this up and why I say this so tenderly. Please do not upset my city. The 2 arms that you are looking for are holding up the cog in the Church of the Cog downtown.
Church of the Cog?
Do you know who Kond is?
No. What do we?
I typically don't favor the deities very much, but there is a deity named Kond, C-O-N-D. Kond is master of the craft. He is the one who favors artisans, craftsmen, people who make things. You've met Aaron the Smith?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a follower. Anyway, as far as the church goes, they are a great part of this city. They basically bring people in, they teach them things, they give them a simple fellowship and teach them a craft and send them back out. That's their duty, that's their goal. Now, they obviously favor fine works of craftsmanship. The rest of Syros appears to be a very similar make to what is holding up their religious symbol in their church.
Well,
would
maybe we can
talk to them about getting it. That sounds like a steep thing to ask for.
Seymour's laughing at you. Gentlemen, you don't talk Liara out of giving you her triangle. You don't talk to Bahamut about ruining the runic inscriptions of his church. I'll say this once: good luck. Please don't upset my city.
That's okay. We have experience with successfully making plans and executing them, so you should not be worried about this.
He kind of looks at you, and Seymour is true sight. He says once again, please don't upset my city.
Seymour, you clearly know more about these people than we do. Would it be somewhat reasonable to assume that if we help them understand our mission, that they would be contributing to a great work of metallurgy and craft? So would that not be something they would be willing to help with?
I suppose you can try, and that may be a good angle to use to try and convince them to give you their holy symbol, but this is a complicated situation. I don't know what will happen. Once again,
Do you know of any alternatives?
I've only ever seen these two arms in this city. I know there has been more made. Obviously, there's more than one construct floating around this world, but these are the two I know about.
No, I guess maybe they're not even designed for Saros' new body. Let's go see.
The reason I was inspecting these articulations is because I believe they are in fact made for his body. The plate where they rest has a very similar design on it. I wouldn't have even brought it up and suggested this mayhem if I didn't think it was appropriate.
Gotcha.
Well,
good luck. Please don't screw anything up for me.
Yeah. Before we leave, I have this for you. I take out the book and hand it to Seymour.
Huh, thank you. What was our collateral?
Wait.
Seymour's pausing and looking at you.
I also look.
I really wanted to read that before you handed it back.
That's fine. We'll exchange his collateral for yours. Davin, what was our collateral?
It was a scroll of Misty Step and 2,000 gold.
You're going to forfeit the scroll because I want it, and you can have your gold back.
What?
Is there a problem?
Well, that was not part of the agreement, but if you want to keep it and maybe, so after reading this book, I found, or I think I have a feeling that there's a book that follows after this one, like a more advanced enchanting book. Would you happen to know about it?
Well, this book does belong to a set. I can go bring you the next if you like.
Well, yeah, that'd be great.
It may take me some time to find it. It was not easy to find the first.
Yeah, I understand.
I keep both the scroll and the gold if you want the next book.
Sure. How about let's do this? When you get you can keep the scroll. How about I keep the gold until you find the book, and then I give it to you. No collateral.
Fine. Deal. Keeps the scroll, hands you back the gold. Vorothrun, as far as the book that you are holding, or the book that you will be holding from Davin, this one here, I will need equivalent collateral to what he gave me.
Well, see what I have to give you. I could offer you portal stones as collateral.
Sorry, what?
I'll pull out the not the portal stones. Sorry, the sending stones.
Did you say portal stones?
I said sending stones. Is what I meant to say. And I pull out the two sending stones and show them down. I'm sure you're familiar with these.
Yeah, he picks them both up and smiles as he casts a prestidigitating dancing person out of one of them and pops up in the other. These will do fine. Yeah. Okay. Return this book.
So that's collateral for the enchantment book.
Correct.
Fair enough.
So you've got a pawn situation where you can bring the book back and get your stones back, presumably if he wants to give them to you.
I will get those back when I return the book, right, Seymour?
Yeah, of course. And he's playing with them.
Seymour?
I said yes.
I'm staring at him in the eye really intently.
I said yes.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
No.
All right, anyone else have anything to do here? Or should we head out?
Let's go to church.
All right, so you exit Seymour's Adventures Outfitters and you make your way across town to the outside of a church that's almost immediately adjacent to Liara's Church of the Illusion and the Temple of the Illusion, where you have dealt with Cyro situations before. As far as this church goes, it is a large circular building with several spires. The spires go up about 3 or 4 stories. The building itself appears to be in the shape of a big piece of a gear. It's almost a cog in itself. This is called the Church of the Cog, and that's their religious symbol, really. But as you go in, there are people moving in and out of this building rapidly. There's 2 big doors to the front of it are open, and I'll just show you what we're looking at here. Down here, these 2 big doors are open, and people are moving in and out. And as you enter and look around, there are several robed figures, men wearing a simple, almost tunic. It's not really a robe, that has a cog emblazoned on it. It is just basically a wheel with gear spokes or teeth on it. And they are wandering around helping people with different disciplines. There are people working at tables who are basically making jewelry. There are people who are hammering away at anvils in the corner. There's a sculptor over here working on a sculpture under the direction of one of these men. But very clearly there are masters of craft all throughout this place who are helping everyone learn how to build things and how to do things. They are just essentially enriching the place with trade, building people's ability to do things. As far as what you see as you enter, there are tables everywhere, there are people everywhere. Maybe 30 or 40 people in this building all working tirelessly. This is basically a trade school. As you enter and look around, there are 2 what appear to be lamps pointed at the floor in front of each door on the way in. There's a door here, an entrance to one of the main towers here, and then a door in the back over there as well. There is essentially what appears to be a long workbench toward the back of the room. And then beyond that, there is a set of stairs that climb and ascend into a big platform. And very clearly on this platform, there is a large wall with 2 arm-like sconces that appear exactly like you expect the remaining limbs of Cyros to appear, holding up a monstrous metal cog. It is facing the room, and it's very clearly the symbol that everyone is operating under here. This is their religious symbol. And just as Seymour explained, these 2 arms look like they belong to the rest of Cyros, and Parathrax even feels himself being drawn in that direction as the torso and skull of Cyros are pushing at his back in that direction.
Do I notice anyone that has a particularly extravagant robe? Like, is there a system of, can I tell if everyone on the robe is the same, or if there's one that is, a leader figure or anything?
There is an old dwarf wandering around the middle of the room. He's wearing a similar tunic, but this one has a white band at the top, and his cog is slightly more ornate. It almost looks like he added ornaments
He
to his.
bedazzled it.
He bedazzled it.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
I turn to the group. What's our angle here?
Well, I think if that is their religious symbol, we may want to pretend something like we're messengers or something, bringing Ceros and attempt to pull it as we found something related to your deity. What do you think? To see their reaction.
That makes. I don't want them to think that we're here to offer Ceros to them.
I think we should see the reaction to Ceros though, before we say anything.
I mean, should we figure out who was the person who provided this or built this, and see if they can help us too?
You mean the whole construct?
Well, just the arms. I mean, where they got the arms from.
We could find out how they ended up here. Perhaps that would lead us in the right direction. Another thought would be if they obviously need the arms to support their structure, but since they train people in craftsmanship and have followers like Armin here, perhaps we could convince them it would be worthwhile to build arms of their own that are representative of their community, almost a symbol of sort. That what
their own masters
is their skill from their god, and is their own community and their own service, rather than these arms that don't have that meaning.
It is clever.
I think we should probably try to do that, but I do think we should see the reaction to seeing Sarah's before, because we may get a huge crowd around us if it's
necessarily want to draw much attention, but I would advise that we approach everyone in here with utmost respect and I can't even think of the word. It's too early.
Absolutely agree.
We want to revere these people. We want to appreciate their religion and their craft. We don't.
What customs did he have when you spent time at the temple?
I haven't spent time in any temples.
Paratrax?
Oh.
Our deity is all about the open expression of faith. We don't have conventional churches. Our shrines are essentially scribed into walls, and we sit and we pray and we move on. We don't establish these cacophonous pillars of faith. It's so silly.
Be that as it may, let's be respectful.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's outline what we want to do before we talk to anyone. Do you want to talk to normal people, or do you want to look for the higher ups? Maybe they can guide us and provide
We should find a leader first and just explain the situation. Say that we want to help them express their faith in their craft, and see if they believe us. If they want to contribute in the way that we think might be helpful for them. Helping us complete Saros may be an act of faith.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Should I be talking?
Probably best.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
He's not the most charismatic person in the world. Maybe someone else should do the talking.
Fine.
Just
Also, do they allow animals here?
It's Pup. She's not going to hurt anyone here.
They don't know that.
Well,
We're inside the building, right?
Yeah, you've made your way into the front of the room, and you have looked
Are
around.
people like staring at us yet?
Oh yeah, there's lots of that going around.
Alright.
One of the nearby armorers, the people that are learning to make armor, over here on the right as you enter the building, one of them has actually cautiously made its way up to Pup and is looking at her armor, trying to inspect the craftsmanship.
see,
Doesn't
they
seem
like
pretty.
her.
He's more curious
They
than
like
anything.
what she's wearing. I'll try to. Do I see where the dwarf went with the more embossed cloak?
Yeah, he's wandering around the middle of the room over here, kind of inspecting everyone as they do their work. Most of the people aren't paying attention to you. There's a couple looking at you because you've just entered, but the majority of people are focused on learning their craft.
Okay. Devon, there seems to be a dwarf over in the center of the room that is. It seems to be some kind of a leader figure. Do you want to address him with me and see if we can figure this out?
Yeah, Paratharks, come with us just to. They may like your armor a lot, so let's go with that. And also Saros.
He kind of throws back the cloak that's on his shoulders and puffs out his chest a little bit and looks around. And as he throws back the cloak, he kind of covers up Saros, who is on his back but is now covered by a cloak, and he's kind of chuckling to himself about pants on his head.
I'll move the cloak out of the way of Sarah's face.
Are you sure you want to do
and
that, brother?
I will-
I believe that this place is probably hostile to a mechanical being.
Hostile? They worship them.
They worship the craft, and someone made him, and apparently they are zealous over his body parts as he points to the arms.
Does it seem like that's? I mean, you have a giant robot on your back. Does it seem like it's hideable?
I could have a hump. They don't know.
I don't think it's best to approach this from a point of deception.
Fine. And he pulls back the cloak and kind of drapes it over his shoulder, but still puts his chest out, showing off his new sparkly armor.
All right.
Back of above. Okay. I will
Notre
walk
Dame.
over to the dwarf, high priest dwarf man, and try to get his attention.
Did you say that?
No.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Hello, high priest dwarf man.
That sounds like you said that.
No.
All right, fine. You cross the room, and he kind of pauses and sees you approaching this small contingent of people that you're approaching him. Pauses and says, "Hello, everyone. How can I help you? Welcome to the Church of the Cog."
Thank you very much for welcoming us into your holy place. We greatly appreciate your welcome, and it seems to be that there's a great deal of very interesting work happening around us.
Well, that's what we pride ourselves in. My name's Headmaster Glamdring. Good to meet you all. As far as the work goes, are you interested in learning something?
Well, I am extraordinarily interested in learning quite a lot, but we are here with somewhat of an objective, if you will. If you can see, we have a bit of an issue, and I point over my shoulder to Sarah's.
Parathrax turns and kind of does one of these and points at his back. You can't see me. I'm pointing at my back.
Yeah. Does Glamdrig react to that?
He kind of leans around. He's relatively short in stature, obviously. Leans around and kind of looks up. And you see his eyes widen slightly, and then his eyes flick back to the arms that are holding the cog in the air. Says, "Well, this is interesting."
Very. To make a very long story somewhat shorter.
As you say that, Cyro says, "Oh, by the way, I'm alive." And Glamdring kind of steps back and goes, "I don't believe. Oh,
Please let me explain.
hold.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Cond, is that you?" And
No,
Cyros
no,
kind of says,
no.
Hang on.
What? Cond, I don't. Who are all of you? Did you bring? You brought us back our god. This is incredible. Please, take him off your. Why is he on your back? Take him off. Put him down.
It is not Cond.
How can you? There is a talking machine.
The spirit inhabiting the construct you see on my brother's back is a friend of ours.
The prophecy has said he would be reincarnated as some kind of something, but he's spirit or not. There is a talking machine in the Church of the Cog. This has been foretold.
So
Yes.
before, what is the remaining part of the prophecy?
Well, he will tell us what to do. He will become a member and guide us. It's the second coming of the Cog.
I whisper to Sayros, tell him you want your arms back.
I don't hear that.
Young Glamdring, Cyros says, trying to bring some bass out in his voice. Parathrax turns and kind of kneels so that he's at eye level with the dwarf.
Professor Quirrell style.
Yep, exactly. Takes off his turban. Here it comes. I seek to be whole. You have pieces of me here. Return them to me. Glamdring is shocked, and so it is you. You're here. You're back. Kond. And because there's no fighting opposition, Cyro says yes. Kond has returned.
My jaw is just open.
I'm just like patting Forther's chest, just being like, let this go, because I'm really interested in what I'm gonna say.
Parathrax is hanging and shaking his head. I have come for my limbs. I need them back. And Glamdring takes a moment and says, of course, yes, absolutely. Are you going to guide us? Cyros is a little confused, trying to find the words to explain his situation and appear holy at the same time. Guidance you will have. I need to be whole first. And then seconds later, Glamdring is running around telling everyone inside that that cog has that the cog that turns the world has returned. He is running around grabbing everybody, and before long, there are 100 people in a circle around you.
Oh man.
Sailors and Sons, V2.
Kond, guide us. Tell us how we can help. Cyros, I realize I'm now basically RPing everything. Awesome. So
Yeah, you did this to yourself.
you did this. You did this.
Actually, Michael's vacation did this.
Yeah, he's gonna be a god when he comes back. He's gonna love that.
Has enough ego.
Well, let's figure this out. First of all, okay. Cyros has been trying to persuade everyone of his divinity this whole time. He happened to roll an 8 in persuasion, so things are gonna get complicated. Just saying.
But don't they already believe that he's?
They
Honestly,
are
tried to
zealots.
persuade him that he's a god more than anything.
They are zealots. They are absolutely believing of what's going on. But as far as having Cyros know the backstory of all of this and know their religious texts and apparently be their god, he's ignorant. So
Okay, but
Can I roll to see?
Rose would have like plus 12 in it.
what?
So based on my background, I would like to see how much I know about this temple just in general.
Sure. Roll history.
I also have a book of lore on my person.
That's a 14.
Okay. And V, you wanna flip through the book in public right now?
Well, no, but I
Mentally?
in my reading must have
Sure. Go ahead.
come across something like this.
Roll some history. Yep.
Okay, let's go with not a natural one. Let's just anything but a natural one. Oh, a natural 2!
So what you can recollect are basically everything you've encountered already. You know that this god, this deity is essentially a maker. He's the one who makes things. He's said to have crafted a lot of the fabric of reality. He's said to have given people their first tools. As far as what you figure out, Davin, you know a similar amount, but you know a little bit more about this. There is a prophecy that states that the maker will be remade, that the cog will come back to turn the world once again. They think very clearly that the pieces of Cyros on Parathrax's back are the first steps toward filling that prophecy, and they have 2 more steps. They want to give you those arms, but they also want a leader, which means they're going to want him to stay. So
They could all become Seymour Slayers and go with us. That's fine.
what kind of rabbit holes are we going down?
Oh man, Jesus.
So where do we leave before?
Where are we?
You are all standing. There's a kneeling Parathrax in the middle of a throng of 100 people. There, Glamdring is basically kneeling in front of him, trying to address his newfound returned god, and asking for what to do. Cyros is asking for his arms. So where we are Cyrus says, "Return to me my limbs. I must be whole to lead this church." Glamdring kind of looks around a little bit and says, "Well, off with you." And they all the people who are around basically climb the steps to this altar. And as they cross this blue circle, those little runes that may or may not be protecting the area, light and fade briefly as people step across them. There's essentially 30 people trying to wrestle down these arms as carefully as possible, but there's also a very large, very heavy gear at the top. Before they can pull things down, there are people creating little scaffolds on either side to hold up the gear, and there's a pulley with several ropes attached to it now. After about half an hour of work, these people are working furiously to get these things down. After a few minutes of this effort, the pulleys are attached to the gear, and slowly the arms come down, and they are brought back almost by like a crowd of people and laid at the feet of Cyrus. Parathrax takes off his Michael backpack, puts him down, and then sets him between the two arms that were laid down. And as soon as he drops, they snap into the shoulders of Cyrus. They're almost drawn there, almost like the dagger was drawn out of the bag of holding there. It snapped into place almost immediately. You see a bright purple line fuse and attach that pin to the socket that Seymour was talking about. Bright purple line rings the entire shoulder, and both arms are attached. But they appear to be limp. Obviously, nothing is working. Cyrus is more whole and is looking at his arms and says quietly to Parathrax, "My arms don't work." Parathrax kind of looks.
Oh, but we don't. This is a soul tether.
Well, it's
That's out of character. Not.
Well, I'd be curious about this anyways. So I would walk up and ask, "Can you feel your arms?" And I started knocking on the armor, like around, upper arm.
I have to still be a god for these people. Stop talking to me. Shh, stop. Followers, you have done good. You have reunited me with my lost limbs. I'm obviously still missing pieces. We must go and search for the remaining pieces.
Oh my God! Shouldn't we send our followers to Cragmaw Castle, where our church is?
Cyrus, what are you talking about?
Just go.
I look at Era and telepathically go, "What are you doing?"
I message back, trying to get out of this mess.
Why would you send them to Cragmaw? And they're kind of puzzlingly looking at this group of people now are discussing with a head in whispers. They're very clearly trying to be quiet. And Glamdring is, "Stand, embrace us, Lord. We have done our duty. We have made you whole again." And Cyrus is, "I'm not whole yet. We'll discuss this in a moment. I need to speak with my disciples first." Having just named all of you disciples,
And
who have now taken a place in the church as well.
I will kneel on one knee to address Saros.
I'll kneel as well, and I encourage Pup to sit.
Era, you idiot! Why would you send us back to Cragmaw? Says Cyrus.
We're not gonna go to Cragmaw. We're sending them to Cragmaw.
Why would they go to Cragmaw? They will be killed.
Wait. Who cares? We're trying to get out of this.
This is our church. Parathrax is very upset by this. You're sending people to their death? What's wrong with you, you monster?
Cragmaw is safe. The Soul Forge is there. We could make it sound like that's where we started.
Cragmaw is not the home of the Soul Forge. Where were you on this trip?
I was
Echo.
Okay, yeah, right. What? No, yeah, why send them to Cragmaw? That's a terrible idea.
I agree. Terrible idea. What are you thinking?
We could send them to the Soul Forge. We could say
That's a good idea. They're making things magical down there. We can probably do that. This is Parathrax. They're doing that kind of thing.
Send them to Gil.
We can send them to Gil, or we can send them down to the Wave Echo. I like the Wave Echo idea. There's people trying to make things down there. This could be a good job for them. And they can search out our legs.
New people.
That is true.
We could make this part of the prophecy story.
I like that. Let's roll with it. Cyrus says,
Yeah.
I got it. We good. I got it. Back up, disciples.
Do you guys want me to tell him?
Do you want me to say it?
Great Castle.
You are the disciple of silence, Grey Castle. Shut up. And Cyrus kind of tries to lean up but can't, and basically nudges Parathrax and looks at Parathrax to set him up. Parathrax reaches down beneath him and picks him up and seats him upright so that he's leaning against Parathrax as being held. And he addresses his followers now. Headmaster Glamdring and the rest, thank you all for what you've done. There is much more work to be done. The prophecy is not fulfilled. I am more whole than I was, but in order to have me return in my full capacity and lead this church, I need the remaining parts. I'm missing legs. And this piece at my chest that unites all of it, that lets me really be present in this realm, we do not have. And he kind of winks toward you guys. But I know where everything is. I need all of you to pack your possessions and leave on a pilgrimage to the new Mecca, M-E-C-H-A.
Good one.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
We have established New Mecca in the ruins of... Don't 5 out of 7 me. In the ruins of Wave Echo Cave down outside of Fandalin. We will show you the way. And he asks one of you to get a map out and start basically showing. You've got a collection of people.
I take out my map.
Dwarves, humans, elves, everyone who is in this place, who is a follower, kind of leans in, and Davin is drawing on the map where they need to go. Before long, you explain where Fandalin is, and you say, you will meet a man named Nundro. Nundro is the leader of Fandalin. He is my #1 chosen disciple. He is the one who will help you in your quest. And you will tell him I have sent you. You will tell him the cog has returned and that you are there to help in rebuilding the Soul Forge. I will be searching the world for my legs with my disciples on our own journey. Glamdring is nodding and says, all right, it's similar to what the prophecy said, but I never expected it to work this way. And I have heard of Wave Echo. I didn't know it was back, and I didn't know the Spellforge was around. This all sounds good to me. Thank you, Your Holiness. We will speak soon. How will we know what your will is? How will we stay in contact? We don't want to leave you now that we found you. And Cyrus says, you must go on your own journey. We will meet soon back in Fandalin once you have done a lot of the work that I need done. Rebuild Fandalin, rebuild Wave Echo Cave, reestablish the Spellforge. That is what you are all here for. That is the goal of what we are here for.
I telepathically
already called it pilgrimage.
I'm gonna tell Cyrus, you can't just send these people away. This is gonna draw trade away from Neverwinter. You can't just send a bunch of craftsmen. You can't send all of them away.
Okay.
Plus, Seymour is not gonna like this either.
Let me try and figure this out. Okay. The best makers among you, you will divide yourselves by 1's and 2's. You will make.
You will play rock, paper, scissors.
You will make teams. Half of all of the men here will go with Headmaster Glamdring down to Fandalin. Glamdring is like, didn't you just say all of us had? I don't. Half is what Cyrus yells. Half will go to Fandalin and participate. They will do a stint on this pilgrimage on their trip to New Mecca. They will do good works. Once they have done a year of good works, they will return and be replaced by new followers from Neverwinter. It is spoken, and he kind of tries to wave his hand, but he can't. So he kind of looks around the room as trying to be holy.
I cast light on his head to make him light up.
He smiles.
And it says that.
Brilliant.
And then I dispel light.
The crowd kind of goes, oh, as it happens.
Oh,
The clock. And they immediately set out to work. Can we help you with? Glamdring stays behind. Can we help you with anything? Is there anything we can do? And there's several men arresting the cog down from the pulleys that were suspended from the scaffolding up against the wall that was built to hold the arms as well. They are already carving a runic description of what happened. They're trying to make a fresco almost of the situation.
Text.
Yeah, they are essentially recording these new religious texts right now. The book of SARO5. S4. He's gonna freaking love this, I think. This better work as far as the recording goes. Anyway, so they're already working on religious texts. They're already trying to recreate the religious symbol that they had before, and they are carving the outline of this reborn construct Cyros, this warforged Cyros with a cog in the middle of his chest, as opposed to the hole that exists right there. The rest of them, some of them are going back to their work. Some of them are leaving and collecting their provisions. Glamdring is yelling out orders for what people should be doing, and is asking all of you if you need any help on your journey. He wants to assist as best he can.
You, being the finest of craftsmen, do you have anything that can aid us on our journey to help rebuild the god?
Well, there are. I think I have something, and he goes to one of the workbenches nearby that has what appears to be a recently finished project on it. It appears to be it almost looks like a loom, essentially what you would like mend or construct fabric.
Oh shit.
He goes over and picks it up, spins it really briefly, and kind of inspects it one last time, brings it over, and says, I call it the mending wheel, and hands it to you. Is there anyone among you who is crafty or has the ability to make things?
I believe that
Parathrax shouts,
we
we know someone. We can definitely. What does it do exactly? Glamdring says, well, I found most of this and I tried to recreate it. I thought it was going to be a nice sculpture for the wall or a standing piece, but it actually does things. This was recovered from some ruins nearby, and I don't know exactly how it works. I just restored it as best I could. We teach restoration here if you're interested in learning. But as far as I can tell, you put simple objects on it, you spin the loom, spend time with them, focus on them, and if you are, well, gifted enough, I think I'm the only one in this building who can use it, so far, anyway. The object mends itself. It's remarkable, really.
May we see the objects that you've mended?
Sure. He takes off his tunic and basically slashes a big cross in it, puts it down, spins the wheel, and seconds later that cross has knitted itself back together and has even a emblazoned, almost sequined, glittering seam of new embellishments on it. He goes, I wasn't trying to bedazzle myself. I was just trying to give myself a fixed collar, but I look fabulous. So
That's incredible.
This is amazing.
This is the most I can give you. This is my most prized possession. Please take care of it. I hope this is a worthy sacrifice.
Headmaster.
There is a man that we know who will take great pride and great respect in being able to work with this item.
The Parathrax goes, yeah, Gil, yeah, good idea. And the rest of you guys, sorry, Ari, you were saying?
This is a fine piece that you have given to our god, and we will do our best to make the most of it. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I am in your debt. You have returned my god to me.
I'll take it from him, bowing.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna lean over to Aaron and Just tell them, well, these people seem like craftsmen. Do you want to ask if they have any like daggers or something you could use?
Let's see.
You guys have any poisons?
Sorry,
I've got some poisons.
poisons?
No, I don't ask that.
Yeah, that's right. You don't ask that.
So I asked Headmaster Glambrick, we are in need of some weapons as well. Do you happen to have any weapons to aid us on our journey?
Oh, I might be able to start making something now, but you just asked me to head a pilgrimage down to Vandala and Wave Echo. We have conflicting.
Indeed,
Forgive my friend. She
what
is
of the
a
people
bit.
that stay here?
We teach the craft of blacksmithing, but honestly, I don't advocate for making weapons. I don't think it's beneficial to society. We have a man who used to be, his name was Oren. He's kind of an ass, and we booted him because he was making weapons. If that is what our Lord wants, we will do it, but it's confusing.
Well, I think our God has had a long day, and we must return perhaps some other time.
All right. He's kind of quizzically looking at you like, why would they ask me this? And he's confused.
All right.
Are you walking away, Eric?
I'm with y'all.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, should we head on to look for Khan's legs?
Suppose so.
All right. Let's head out then. I have to start walking towards the door.
Is no one going to accompany us on our journey? Glemdring says behind you.
Sarah's way.
Our place is with our God, unfortunately, but he and all of us have great faith that you will make the most of your pilgrimage.
Cyrus speaks up, and Parathrax kind of grabs his arm and holds it up, and floppily gestures, "You will go on this journey without me. I will return soon," and puts the arm back down. And Glamdring kind of hangs his head and says,
If you need anything, the mayor of Fandalin is a friend of ours, and he can tell us if you have a message through others.
What is his name?
Sildar.
Sildar.
Yeah.
Sildar of the Lord's Alliance? Sildar?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's mayor of Fandalin.
I know, it's been a turn of events.
All right. Yeah, I know of Sildar. Sure. And he goes about trying to gather groups of people to collect their stuff and head out on their journey. Obviously haven't left yet, but they're going to take some time to collect everything and make their way out with a large caravan of people heading south. What do you guys want to do? Excuse me.
Go back to Seymour and ask about the legs? Well, I don't know if that would help.
Well, first, can we leave this temple before anything else happens?
Oh, I thought we were outside already.
Okay.
As everyone begins to leave, I'm going to flag Glamdring down again, and just say, Glamdring, we appreciate your dedication and your faith and your offering, and I must implore you to push even further in your creations and your craft, to double your fervor and your dedication and create amazing, powerful things.
This I can do and will do happily.
I will return to learn a great deal from you, as I seek knowledge of all sorts.
Anything to help a disciple of the Cog.
And I give a short bow and shake his hand and catch up with the group.
Can I talk now?
So we back to Seymour?
You can exit the church and head on your way back to Seymour's if you want to. That's fine. So you guys make your way out, amazed at how lucky you guys got, and are
soon as
very
we're out
happy
of
with
the
your new
shot.
flock of worshippers. You think that even though you have told a bit of a fib, they will do some good in the world.
If we get discovered, they are going to hunt us down. But I guess I said they don't make weapons. Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus, this was a disaster.
Cyrus on the back. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, and he's kind of chuckling to himself.
Look, I'm just happy to be out of that mess.
Yep.
Well, I suppose this will help. Well, here's the bright side. Nunjo and Gundren now owe us. We just sent a bunch of master craftsmen to them.
True.
Yes.
Parathrax says to the group, isn't the last thing we saw them making an orichalcum leg? Wasn't
Yeah, but that's. Yeah.
could
I don't know if it's designed for. I mean, it depends. Oh, wait, the schematics, though. They got all their schematics from Gil. You're right. It might be that they are making copies of Saros, so they would easily be able to just forge new legs.
is there anything that we can do? I mean, what else is there? What other leads do we have?
None.
Is it worth accompanying those men?
Do we want to get to Fandel before to explain everything?
We probably should go.
That would probably be good.
Yeah, let's head over to Fandel
Parathrax
right
is
now.
nodding, and Cyrus is kind of smiling to himself with this goofy, toothy,
Oh.
mechanical grin of the fact that he's now a god, and he's just so pleased with himself.
Saros, if you think we're praying to you, you can shut that stupid metal mouth of yours. Let's go to the stable and get Adelaide so that we can be on our way to Fandalen.
I lean over to Vorthur and I tell him, that's why we didn't have him talking.
Hey, who's Adelaide?
Adelaide is the horse that we purchased on our way here the morning that you were gone. She's wonderful. You'll like her.
Oh, well, I happen to name my horse Sebastian, so that works out perfect.
Little Sebastian.
Horse babies!
Horse baby.
I'm not gonna narrate
We're going
horse
to beat
fucking.
them there. We do need to move on. So let's get together.
But we want to.
All right, let's gather our horses, gather the carts, and maybe we can beat them on to Fandalen.
Yeah, let's leave now, immediately.
We must.
As you exit the Church of Khan, there is very clearly people are working hard to make ready. There's people building wagons in the street. Like, they are a serious group of workers. These people are gifted, they are talented, and they are driven now by having a new, renewed faith to follow. Obviously, because they're making everything, it'll take them some time to leave, but they intend to depart as soon as possible. You probably have a day or two.
We need to go, though.
Let's get the horses and check out from Dancing Stallion and leave.
Okay, you make your way back to the stables. You're trying to get Adelaide from the stables?
Mm-hmm.
And Sebastian and the cart.
I need to figure out something.
Wait, who took the mending wheel?
It's in the bag of
I have
holding.
it.
I think.
I would've-
Parathrax did, I believe.
Okay.
I took it from Glamdring, but I would have put it in a bag of holding.
Answer.
Yeah, there's a possibility tomorrow. Yes is the quick answer. So
So 5.
Glamdring.
everybody else.
What time?
After work for her, she has to get off
Oh,
5
after
over
work.
here. So around 6ish, 6:30ish. Sorry. Found it. Yeah, you approach the stables, and Feldar is there waiting for you. Going about his business, he's feeding horses. And sees you approach.
Wait, what?
The stableman,
Did you say
Feldar.
Sildar?
Feldar, F-E-L-D-A-R.
Oh, Feldar.
Because I only have so many syllables I can create words out of.
Feldar.
He's the stableman in Neverwinter.
Right.
If you say so, Dave.
I do. I'm closing my door. It's like,
So then Michael is a god in a game where Dave is a god. So
Michael's really our DM.
He has a very small following. Don't give me that shit.
Yours is just us and a couple Twitch viewers.
A Twitch viewer.
Hey.
Hello. Okay. So, what are you doing?
are we there as a group?
You've approached Feldar and you have just kind of walked up to the stables.
Hello. Last time we dropped off our horses, I don't believe we met, but we need to pick them up and be on our way, if that's all right.
Yes, yes. We should settle our stabling fee.
Yes, of course.
What did we say? He's kind of quizzically looking at you.
I believe it was a few gold a day, and we've been gone about a week.
Roll persuasion.
You know what? Even with my -2, that's a 16.
Huh. A few gold a day sounds a little light, but if you say so, I think I can trust you. 3 gold a day for a week is 21 gold.
Here's 23. She seems to be in particularly good health. Thank you.
All right. He kind of nods. He takes her out of the stables, puts her saddle back on her, brushes her quickly, and you now have Adelaide with your saddles.
Did we get Sebastian in the car as well?
Sebastian and the cart are back at the Dancing Stallion still.
They're into that stallion. That's the one we brought to one of the guys up.
You just saved a whole 2 gold.
Wow.
OP as shit.
All right. Go to the stable.
Davey, please.
Sebastian in the cart.
Yeah. All right. So you walk Adelaide toward the Dancing Stallion. You cross the bridge. It's a little bit busy this time of day. It's about midday. But you make your way to the Dancing Stallion, and you speak really briefly with Millie, saying that you need to take the horse, that you promise to fulfill your duty of playing Davin, to pay off the debt of maintaining the horse for you. And she kind of smiles as she gestures to the 2 mink that she has skinned on the counter. She says, "This is doing pretty well," and kind of winks at Greycastle, and very clearly winks at Parathrax. Not quite as mad as she was at having the drunk Dragonborn wake up in her house. All right, so you want to head out?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
You are well rested from the night before. You have set in motion some kind of craziness with Neverwinter, and are back on the road.
We need to tell Seymour what just happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
good idea.
Okay, you want to stop by Seymour's?
Yep.
Okay, so as you gallop up, it's almost identical the way you left it. The door is cracked, the sign is out. Seymour is back in his corner already.
Hey, Seymour.
Seymour, meet the newest god.
Everyone shouts at once, "Stop shouting at me, let me hold on." And he kind of does this one at a time, and he looks at you.
Seymour, just come to the thing where you read my mind.
It doesn't work that way. I can see intent. Just tell me what's going on.
Oh, fine. Okay, so we went to the church, and through a series of events, they now believe that Saros is their reincarnated god.
He kind
So
of.
we got the arms back.
And they weren't upset about it, and upset was the word you used, and we definitely didn't do that. They were happy.
And
You
helped
just
you in the
convinced-
process.
We happy
It
your
was
city.
well-intentioned.
And we sent people to help Fandalin.
Wait, what did you convince? What is your flock doing, Cyros? As he kind of looks at you angrily.
We sent them to the Soul Forge to help Nundro and Gundren. That's about as much guidance as we gave them.
Is my city losing its builders?
No. I
not
made sure, Seymour. I made sure that there were plenty left behind. I didn't want to disrupt the economy here.
We'll see how this goes. I'm not happy with this.
Hopefully hopefully, with their help, Fandalen will become a new and powerful trade ally to Neverwinter.
We'll see. Seymour looks at Cyrus. I will not be evangelizing for your rusty ass.
No need for that.
Nor will I lie to these people if they ask me about you.
Ah, shit.
Well, Seymour, Era earlier was advertising Seymour's Adventurous Outfitters, the Dancing Stallion, so that counts for something, right?
That was our agreement. You're not doing anything fancy for me. You're supposed to be doing that everywhere you go. Why only at the Dancing Stallion?
Well, because that's the only place where we see other people, pretty much.
You just
kinda
built
tap-
a flock
tap it on the
around a
shoulder.
rusty.
It's okay.
Not happy.
Look, Seymour, I know we kind of messed up, but we got the arms back, and we're gonna make
It
this right.
does seem like a best case scenario, if I'm going to be completely honest.
And I get a discount on stabling my
we
horse.
have to leave. That's great. Seymour, we do have to leave. We're in a bit of a rush.
Okay, rush or not, you need some information about the. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Don't make him a god there as well, but there is a cult who has possibly found a piece of a construct. I've already sent some people there to figure things out.
Cold?
Yeah. But anyway, be on your way. We'll talk about this later.
Wait. Where?
Where?
Somewhere off in the distance. I'm not in the mood to talk about this now. Especially what you
Like, North.
Come
south,
back when
east?
I'm not angry with you all. We'll speak later.
Okay.
Fair enough. Have a good day, Seymour. I'm not going to run.
All right, everyone's heading out.
We need to get more shiny stuff to
We have a shot.
when he's unhappy. Perhaps those workers could get us more shiny stuff.
Well, if we just send a bunch of master craftsmen to a magical forge, they should be producing a lot of shiny stuff.
That's ain't that magical. That's true. We'll get him later.
But we need to move.
Yeah.
Okay, so you exit Seymour's. He's very clearly upset with what you've done, but is not that livid. Hasn't revoked his sponsorship or anything. You are making your way out of Neverwinter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fandalen.
Away.
You are on the road to Fandalen. Let's see. Where's my map? Here's my map.
What time is it? Like noon, I assume?
It's been about an hour since that situation because you've been collecting horses and shit.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. You're not there yet. So, you have made your way out of the south gate of Neverwinter, and you are now on the road with 2 horses and a cart. Who is riding what?
I'm riding Sebastian.
I would like to be in the cart.
All right. So you have 1 horse that is hitched to the cart. The other one is trotting along. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Arrow's on Sebastian, and Gray is riding Adelaide, who has the rest of you in the cart. Cyrus is chattering away about what he's going to do with his flock in the back. But you are headed south along the high road.
Cool.
Okay.
I think
Want
we
to
just
travel
want to
full
ride
day?
until the end of the day.
Huh?
I think we just want to ride until nighttime.
Okay. You exited about 1-ish. Sorry, V.
So, I would just like to take out the Book of Enchantment and see if I can start working on that.
Okay. So as you ride, you are inspecting the book.
Donovan, you've used this already, right? Is there some sort of secret or technique?
Well, the technique I found was from seeing you read it backwards. That's really odd. It just like came to me. I don't know how much it can help you. If you think I can assist you in any way, I definitely will. But I think just give it a shot and see.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, just ask me if you need. And then it's just,
I would like to discern any magical properties or elucidate the information within the book
Okay. So you're going to open the front or the back cover?
while riding in the car. No, front cover.
Okay. As you look at the front cover, the words themselves are still garbled to you. Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. Not a 2, not a 2, not a 2, not a 1, not a 2. Let's see. Oh, fuck me. 10.
The words
Jesus.
themselves don't seem to flow off the page. They don't really make any sense either. It's very strange, but the words in this direction appeared to feel backwards. They don't read like anything, but they don't come off the page like they're supposed to, according to Dobbin either.
Okay, I'll turn it back around then.
Okay, you're gonna open the back cover.
Yeah.
Roll me some insight.
Fucking shit. This is like the fifth get insight roll I've had with this singular book. I will learn your secrets.
Maybe.
21. There we go.
There you go. So as you look at the book in this direction, for some reason, even though the words are written in the opposite direction, they appear to start coming to you slowly. Quickly, after some time, they start coming off of the page quicker. They are no longer, you're not reading them anymore. You are kind of feeling your way through the book, and you're rapidly turning pages from the back to the front. And before long, you've gotten halfway through the entire large tome in about an hour or so. And then everything accelerates even further.
Okay.
After another half an hour, you finish the whole book and feel like you have the intent. You feel like there's a piece of you that's been filled in. You feel like a part
Okay,
of
do
the
I
whole
feel-
of the
do I
meaning.
feel like it- Okay, so I feel like it's incomplete.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll start from the front cover again.
Insight.
Inside. All right, let's go for another like 16. That was neat. Oh, fucking 9.
It feels almost the exact same way it did at the beginning. The words in this direction feel appropriate. They feel like they should be read this way now, as they didn't before.
Okay.
But as far as the reading goes, nothing is coming to you, and you're basically reading gibberish, and you're not getting any information out of it.
Fucking shit. So I'm gonna put the book away. And I would also like to charge my ring with the spell slow, just as we're writing.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
You
yeah.
cast slow.
Kill, and I'm done.
Kill. All right. So by the end of the day, where you would be making camp down the road, you have reached about there-ish. You can make camp off the side of the road if you like.
Yep.
Cool. All right. You make camp. Anyone
Awesome.
want to take any actions before bed?
I want to walk out to Paratrax. Paratrax, do you have that wand on you that I gave you
yeah,
before?
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Here.
Me.
He's still kind of like a little shaken from the events of the day, having just created a new religion essentially, and hands the wand over. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. I take it, and I'll walk over to Vorthron, as promised, and hand it to him.
Ah, yes. So I take it. Does anything? Do I feel any magical conflict with me holding the wand?
No.
I would like to spend the night freezing things around us and,
Okay.
and playing with the wand and seeing if I can learn how it works.
You notice that while you're wielding the wand, the rod of the pack keeper that you're holding, it feels strange. It feels different. It feels distant almost, even though it's still on your person.
Okay.
Wielding a separate weapon is starting to pull you from your bond with the rod.
Okay. I stop immediately when I feel that.
Okay.
And then I'll go back to Era. As fascinating as I think this thing is, it seems to be quite useful. I can't use it really. So feel free to, if you would like to wield it, or maybe Devon, actually, this might be useful for him.
So I went through all that trouble, and you don't even want it.
I want it very badly, but I cannot possess it.
Fine. I take it.
I'll call Devon over and see if he would like it.
I can examine. Do I know what it do? I think I should know what it does.
Yeah, we identified it.
We identified it, and you can talk
This
to
is
him about it.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't want to
This is
like make a.
the wand that we got off of our friend back in Neverwinter.
Wand of the Winter King.
It freezes things
Our
essentially.
friend?
The guy who threatened to kill us that we had to
Percival.
steal the
His
yeah
name is
Percival.
Percival.
If you would like it, it seems like quite an apt magical tool, but I unfortunately cannot wield it.
If you have no really preference with it, I'll just take it.
I can attempt to use it if you want.
Well, it should be put to use somewhere.
Yeah, I can take it. Are you okay with it, Era?
We'll see if you want it first. And
Yeah, I can attempt to use it. I would use it at some point.
okay, here you go.
Thanks. I'll attempt to cast with it. I'm not sure like how to. Do I know if it would be attuned?
Okay, so attuning with an object in my world is spending time with it trying to investigate its properties. As far as what you do to attune to something, you tell me what you want to do, and I will narrate you through what's going on with it. As far
I
as
just wanted
if
to
you
know
can
it
wield it
required
at all,
tuning.
if you can wield it at all, go ahead and look at your character sheet. If you have proficiency with wands, then yeah. If you don't,
Oh, yeah,
Just
you might not.
sick. Yeah.
I didn't know you had to have proficiency with wands.
magical, specifically like arcanists, are basically built with that kind of thing, which means they can
Okay.
use that kind of stuff regardless. Someone like Davin would need proficiency.
Okay.
If it's not a simple weapon, I don't think I have.
It's not a simple
proficiency then. Okay, then,
Ah,
then
well.
I definitely don't. Okay, no, never mind.
So you flail around with it for a while.
I hand it back to
Wingardium
her.
Pantiosa. Nothing.
You hand it back to me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's just keep it. Maybe we can trade with it, or maybe it'll come into use later.
It may make Seymour happy.
V says to Davin, Leviosa.
Leviosa, you incompetent fool.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's, yep, I guess we just keep it.
Okay.
All right, I keep it on my person.
I will take out my amulet and see if I can feel anything that I learned from the book as to like not try to enchant it, but like if I can identify like how the process of enchanting begins.
What amulet is this?
The amulet we got from the Spellforge from Sildar and not Sildar.
Orichalcam.
The Orishakam? I thought you guys left that. No, you left the Orishakam block with Gil. Okay. Wait, did you leave that
I've
with him?
always had that amulet on myself. And that's the one I gave to Seymour, and then I got back.
Yeah, okay. Holding the Orishakam, you feel a small connection to it. You feel something is binding you to it now. You feel like it's almost drawing a piece of you into it. Nothing dangerous. But as far as the process of enchanting goes, you feel like your time with the book has helped. You feel a bond, a magical connection with this object, particularly probably because it wants to soak up magical energy. That being said, if you tried to enchant something right now, it would probably be very difficult.
No, yeah. I realized. I just wanted to see like if I identify anything.
It feels
that would
different.
make it easy.
The object feels
Okay.
different to you.
Okay, cool. That's it.
Gray actions before bed.
Yeah, Pup and I will go hunting.
Okay, evening romp through the woods.
That is a 17 for survival.
Okay. It's the early evening. There's not much out. The kind of game that you would be finding right now, you wouldn't really want to be eating. Mostly predatory stuff comes out in the evening to hunt. You do spend some time, and you bring down a fox that isn't good for eating, but is good for possibly its pelt.
Yeah, so I will go ahead and skin it so that we're not carrying a full fox carcass with us.
Okay.
and call it a night.
All right. Parathrax has set up his bedroll next to Cyros, who he has thrown a pillowcase over his head. He doesn't want to talk to him anymore. Cyros grudgingly chatters away under this thing. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. All right. For the evening, who's taking watch?
I'll take first watch.
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
So both Vorathron and Gray are up?
Yeah.
Well, if Vorathron's up, I'll wait and leave him a few hours later.
Okay. So some time passes. The rest of you fall asleep. Vorathron is awake and taking his watch carefully.
And I'm going to try to read the fucking book again.
Okay, first of all, roll perception.
Cannot let this thing go. Roll perception.
Correct.
Yes, sir, Captain, sir. 15.
And roll Arcana, please.
Okay.
16.
Okay. As you start to ponder how to get information out of this book, as you start to look at it and spend some time with it, you feel something. You feel the scales on the back of your neck stand up. You are not far from the woods. You guys have stepped off of the path and have made camp a little bit of ways away from the woods. But you do feel something staring at you. You feel eyes. And you don't know where it's coming from exactly, but it appears to be coming from the tree line. That being said, you also feel magical presence in the area. Something wicked.
Fuck. Okay, so I will very slowly close the book and turn to face the tree line. Do I see anything?
Roll perception.
14.
It's hard to tell. There is no movement. You have not lost the feeling of something watching you.
Can I can't see like an outline. I don't get a general sense of where this being might be in the tree line?
No.
Okay. I will turn and message Tara telepathically. Wake up. Don't move.
Area your
There's
eyes open
something-
and you feel a voice in your head. It's startling, but you recognize it as V.
Okay.
There's something in the tree line that I'm going to investigate.
Do you want me to come with you?
I don't want to scare it away, but if you hear me scream like I'm dying, come to my rescue.
Should I wake up anyone else?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
So I'll then turn and slowly start walking toward the tree line. Like 15 steps.
Okay. You want-
How far away am I?
You're about 50
can I
feet.
tell?
50-ish feet. Your camp is 50 feet from the tree
Oh.
line and like 150
Okay.
feet from the road.
So I'll do half of that distance.
Okay. So you walk 25 feet toward the trees and you will roll perception again.
I sure will, Dave.
Yeah, buddy.
14. What is up with all these weird middle teen numbers?
So staring into the tree line is difficult to see anything really, but this time there is what appears to be bones, maybe?
What appears to be what? Sorry, can't hear you.
Maybe bones, almost the dim bleached outline of what maybe be a skeleton, some kind of something. Skeletal?
Okay. I'm going to try to communicate with it. Telepathically. What do you want?
Message?
No, it's one of my warlock passive abilities.
What is it?
Awakened mind. I can communicate telepathically with all creatures.
Okay. As you send that out into the world, you don't feel a connection with anything listening. You don't
Okay.
feel an ear, if there was one.
Okay. Is is the thing just there, or is it like watching me?
You feel it watching you.
Okay. I will take a few more steps toward it, and I'll vocalize, "What are you?"
As you get closer, this thing steps out of the woods. It takes 2 steps out into the open. It is very clearly a skeleton. It is a walking, maybe talking skeleton. There are very bright blue glowing something in its eyes. It's almost illuminated from the inside. You can even see the light kind of bouncing around the inside of its skull. It is just a set of animated bones. It takes several steps forward and says, "Do not," like very clearly, somehow animated vocal cords of something, but an echoing voice speaking directly to you. "Do not cross me again. I will warn you once. Beware of the Blood Riders." And then as soon as it says that, it drops. Pieces of it falling all over the place. It is no longer held together by anything. It is just now a pile of bones in front of you.
Was I able to see it stepping out of the woods?
Era, were you watching?
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on him.
So what you would see from a distance is you see Vorithrin walking to the distance, and then something step out of the woods very briefly, and then drop.
Okay.
As a reaction to that, I would like on my ring and hold it up in front of me to try to see if there's anything else in the tree line.
As you look around, there is nothing in the tree line. It's quiet. There were no animals anywhere near this thing, which may have contributed to why Gray's hunt was so difficult. But there is nothing around. This skeleton was very clearly a messenger.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just taking notes. Okay, I will return to camp. And I will just say to Hera very quietly, "It's a messenger of some sort. I'll tell everyone about it in the morning."
Is everything all right?
For the moment, I think so, but there's a lot to discuss in the morning.
All right. Well, wake me again if you need me.
And I'll finish my watch.
Okay. You wake up Gray several hours later, who takes his watch for the morning.
Anything of note, Vorithrin?
Yes. Yes. But I'll tell everyone in the morning. Just keep your eyes on the tree line.
Will do.
Let me know if you see anything.
Okay.
Now we'll go to sleep.
Okay. Gray, you take your watch as normal. Nothing is really changing about the tree line, even though you're keeping an eye on it.
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception, please.
Okay. Should I roll for pup as well?
Just you.
Oh, baby. That is a 11.
Oh, baby.
So the tree line appears normal. Nothing is moving. Nothing feels different about it.
Okay.
All right. Daybreak. You all wake up. Morning is crested. It's bright and sunny, about 7:30 in the morning, on a crisp morning. There's a little bit of dew on the ground, but you can easily make your way out whenever you want to.
Once I see that once everyone has stirred, are we like around a campfire, just kind of like mandered, spread out?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone, I have some news. If you want to wake up a bit.
This is regarding last night.
Did you burn a book again?
No. No.
Okay.
We received a visitor. Last night there was a skeleton that came to the tree line and delivered a message. It said, "Do not cross me again. I will warn you once. Beware the Blood Riders."
Again, as if we've already crossed it before.
We've crossed a skeleton, and I shift my eyes to Grey Castle.
Who just missed everything you said because of internet. I'm so sorry.
Great
I
Castle.
literally just came back in.
I was sorry. I just told everyone what happened.
Okay.
And I said, and Era said, "When did we cross the skeleton?" And then I am looking now, just looking at you.
Gotcha. So it delivered a message. Did you deliver it death?
It seemed to kill itself, whatever that means.
I'm immediately casting Primeval Awareness to see if there's anything around us within 5 miles.
You feel the faint essence of something undead that was once around in the last several hours. You don't feel anything near you at the moment. It feels like there was basically a shadow of something that's gone.
It seems whatever you interacted with may have been a conduit more than an actual sentient undead being itself.
No, it certainly seemed as though it was a message given shape, but it was very obviously a warning that we should be concerned with. This is not something to take lightly. And have you heard of these Blood Riders?
No, I know nothing of it short of the symbol that we've seen. Perhaps it's related to
Do you
that.
think they could be related?
That would seem to make sense.
We've certainly crossed more things with that. But this certainly does not bode well. We need to tread carefully moving forward. Everyone just be on your guard from now on.
Okay.
Especially when dealing with undead.
So do I know anything about the Blood Riders from my background? Highly doubt it, but
Go ahead and roll. History.
History.
natural 2, no.
Nope.
You don't even know what a rider is.
What's this blood stuff?
It's someone who writes in blood.
What? Yes.
Blood.
Yes.
Not funny.
So yeah, and then I'll just start packing up camp.
Okay.
Moving to Fandala.
Off to Fandalen.
All right, great.
Off to Fandalen.
Everyone wakes up. Parathrax straps on his Cyros backpack. His God pack. And is making... it's a D&D in a box. Anyway, you guys take your time getting ready. Put everything back on the cart. Cogs. Oh, Jesus. Hop on the cart. You take your same positions as last time on the trip. You've got Era riding little Sebastian, and Gray is riding Adelaide and leading the cart. It'll take you most of the day to make it to Fandalen. You can make it by sundown if you'd like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So it's about 5-6 in the afternoon, and you make your way up and ride up to Fandalen. Sildar's been doing some work. The place looks very different. It looks almost militarized. Not in a negative way, not so much that it's imposing, but more along the lines of... Sorry, this is being weird. Are you looking at that now? Yeah, you are. Good. More along the lines of fortifications. The bulwark he made, the quick... all of the heads have been taken down. He's no longer trying to send a message to the Red Brands. He killed them all. The heads have been taken down, and there is a small smoldering pile of ash at the front gate as you approach. Vandalen has a gate now, where it appears that something was burned. They appeared round in shape. They may have been heads. Who knows? Most of the pikes have been taken down. All of the pikes pointing outward. That defensive fortification he built have been taken down, and there are several masons from what appears to be Lion Shield Coster wearing that little lion, going about their business of constructing a wall. They are slowly building a ring around Vandalen. People are happy. People seem smiley as you enter. They recognize you. They all greet you as you walk in. Someone has been talking about your deeds here. Someone has been saying, well, what appears to be good things, spreading good rumors about you all as you enter. The town looks happier than you've ever seen it. It is prosperous. There is even a small market down over here. The town green is not just a lawn anymore. It is several stands of, well, people selling things, mostly selling mining equipment, selling things you'd be using to do work. And there is even a small farmer's market that appears to be selling most of what Alderley Farm has been growing. Corn, carrots, lettuce, cabbages, things that are relatively simple and hardy. Lots of potatoes as well.
Yes.
Potatoes. Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew. Taters. But the town looks a lot better than it did, and it seems to be benefiting from your influence.
Do I see Einrich in the crowds?
Einrich is nowhere to be seen for the moment.
Fuck is Einrich? Who was that?
It's the
You could have
guy
figured it
that
out.
I met on the road whose name I didn't ask.
Yeah, so you had no idea.
Because that's not meta at all.
That was a whole lot of clipping. Is all I got.
Yeah.
I guess
Anyway,
we'll go
that's not
somewhere.
important.
Townmaster's Hall, I assume.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Going to Sildar, I assume he'd be in the Townmaster's Hall, or he was around there.
Sildar originally lived at Lion Shield Coster. He was helping with this place, essentially. He has since maybe moved out because he's now occupying a new position as mayor. The last thing you knew about, he was trying to fix up Tressendar Manor and clean it up.
Yeah, so I would say we head to Tressendar Manor and see if he's home.
Okay. So we'll make our way there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that the Tressendar Manor is over the old Red Brand hideout, but all that stuff is in the basement. As you approach, the same fortifications that he made have been taken down. Once again, no longer those pikes all over the place. It appears that he has made them into a fence, a kind of a nice fence. He's trying to be homey almost. But Sildar is out front, shirtless as usual, hacking away at some brush that's been encroaching, doing yard work right now.
Hey, Sildar. How are you doing?
Gentlemen, good to see you all again. Did you deal with that body you left me?
Yes, that's exactly why we came here to talk to
Funny
you.
story, Sildar. Another funny story. We seem to have many of them. I point to Parathrax, and well, our friend is now a metal man.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, so do you remember the corpse that we had and decayed and turned into like a dagger and a handle?
I remember Cyros, your friend, calling him a corpse. Anyway, yes, I remember Cyros. I remember what was going on and couldn't explain it.
So we met with a man named Gil, who works on constructs, and that dagger and Phaeus's and Ceros's body tethered itself into this thing that you see here. And I point to Ceros, or SARO5.
That's kind of amazing. Cyros, are you in there?
It is rather amazing,
He talks.
actually.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm
He's
here. You can call me Khan
in
now."
there somewhat. His psychology and memories are rather adult, but he is slowly gaining some semblance of his former consciousness.
So, anyways, that's kind of the update. And we've been looking to rebuild him. As you can see, he's still missing his legs. And we were in Neverwinter 2 days ago, or yesterday. Yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
A couple of days ago.
2 days ago. We went into this place called the Church of the Cod. And long story short, you're about to have a high influx of highly skilled workers into town, specifically where Gundren and Nundro are at. So we just wanted to give you a heads up onto that. And I think the party as a whole would agree that we want to give them a home, and specifically, interestingly enough, they now think that Saros construct is their god.
Oh, trying to process all of this is quite. Hold on. He kind of drops his axe that he was holding, stands up for a moment, and kind of does one of these, puffing out his chest a little bit and kind of looking at Parathrax. Okay. The first thing I heard, there are lots of people coming to Fandalen. Great. We have space. We need lots of people to help. You say they're skilled workers. Awesome. We'll put them to work. Gundren has not been back to Fandalen in quite some time. And I think you said Nundro, which I think he once mentioned is his brother. Haven't seen him
Yes.
ever. So
Didn't you send some people to Wave Echo to help them the last time we were here?
I did. I sent an emissary to Wave Echo who has not come back.
That's worrying.
Hmm.
That's rather worrying.
Well, we should probably investigate that first to make sure it's safe.
Yes, but Sildar, not to belabor you, but yes, there are many people coming here, and they believe that Saros is their second coming and reincarnation of their god.
These are not a bunch of religious zealots, are they?
They're real faithful, but it is rather important to our safety that you don't give them the truth of the matter. It's the only way that we could get Saros' arms back.
So you lied to a bunch of people from Neverwinter, told them this talking rust bucket that happens to be Cyros is their god. They believed you and are now coming to help me.
That's
They
exactly what happened.
sort of
That
put
is right.
those ideas together themselves, but we didn't deny them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess as long as I don't explain to them that that is not in fact their god, it's just a talking disembodied elf.
Honestly, it could be their god if they worship him. That's really, it may not be Kant, but it could still be their god, you know? It's kind of the same.
So
Their god
this
is what
whole
you worship, regardless
God
of
is
who
what
it
you
is.
make it philosophy. Fine. I'll go with it.
Moral of the story, please don't screw us over. You're about to get a lot of labor.
Just think of it as you just lied to them a little bit and you get a bunch of labor. No harm done.
Well, I don't think that the emissary I sent to Fandalen, or sorry, the Wave Echo Cave is an issue. I think we should do a better job of establishing some kind of rapport with them. They seem to be kind of holed up in there.
Oh, that's definitely what we hope to happen. I, for one, think we should investigate and see if they're okay.
Fair enough. Be on your way. Please let me know what's going on. It's only been, I don't know, a week or so since I sent them off.
We'll let you know.
Great.
Good to see you all
So
again.
are we
Good to see you,
we
Sildar.
all on
Nice to
board
see
to
you,
go to
Sildar.
Wave Echo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess let's go to Wave Echo.
Well, it's nighttime now, isn't it?
Yep.
Well,
Oh.
should we perhaps go in the morning then?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Stonehill, Sleeping Giant, or Quellins?
Let's go visit Quellins. Yeah.
Sure.
So it's about 6 p.m. Sildar was finishing his day. Quellin is not finishing hers. She has a large contingent of people working in her field still. They are tending the gardens. There's even a small, not quite a stable, But there's a farmhouse with lots of animals around it. She's got a chicken coop. She's got some cows. There are people milking. There are people churning butter. She has a small farm built, and her small 1 or 2 person farm has now turned into a relatively large enterprise to feed this town. She greets you happily, joins you, shakes hands, specifically warmly to Era, having not seen her in a while, and enjoyed her company last time.
Oh my.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Hello, Quellen. How are you?
I'm doing remarkably well. You guys have done an amazing job for our town. Sildar turned out to be a decent mayor.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
I am as well.
So, anything happening since we've been out here? I noticed a little bit of ash on the ground. Do you know anything about that?
Ash. Oh,
Yeah,
outside the city walls.
front
I
entrance.
finally convinced Sildar to take down those ghastly heads. We have
Oh.
not had bandits since he killed all of them. We took down the morbid corpses of our slain, and have tried to make this into a friendly place. My farm has expanded, as you can see. We are running a farmer's market as well. This is a nice little business we're running. People are
That's
happy.
fantastic.
People are fed.
I'm so happy to hear that.
I am too. This is great.
So we were just on our way, and we were wondering if we could just take a rest here and stay for the night.
No,
Is
you're
that
always welcome
okay?
to the lofts. The Stonehill Inn is much nicer than it was in the past. They'd be happy to have you as well, but I am more than happy to have you here. I even have some of that ale that our friend Parathrax likes so much.
I'm sure he's happy to hear that.
Parathrax kind of perks up. Just kind of looking at you like, yeah, it's a good idea. Free booze.
Yeah, let's rest up here and get out early first thing.
Fair enough. The hayloft is yours. I'll set up some dinner and bring you some ale.
Quellen, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Do you know of a man named Einrich that lives here in town?
Yes, he's a lumberjack, if I recall correctly.
Yes, I think he is. Do you know where he lives?
I think he lives outside around the Coster. Not sure exactly where. I think he lives near to his employer, the woodworker. There's a small shack around there where he has his family.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. I might head there after we eat a little bit of dinner.
Okay. So after some time, she brings you some linens that you can put along the hayloft. There's a lot of you here. She even takes your horses and stables them with the rest of the animals. There's a small circular fenced-in area where they can go graze on their own without worrying too much. Has some workers take your cart and is very, very hospitably taking care of you. She does walk up to Gray, however, and sit down and ask if you've seen her druid friend recently.
Recently, no. We haven't been towards his neck of the woods. Have you not seen him in a while?
It's been quite a while. He hasn't visited me. It's been several weeks now.
From what I know, that's unlike Radolf. Have you noticed anything peculiar about the Neverwinter Woods?
I don't think anything's wrong. I don't know. I may have upset him last time. I just haven't heard from him.
How would you have upset him?
Well, I think we have something in common, and we're not very good with words. But I pushed a little hard. I asked him to stay here instead of going back to his post, and he has been obviously staying here. But I meant a more permanent situation, and he didn't like that very much. Anyway, just checking to see if you've seen him. We don't need to bother you with my problems. Here's your food. I hope you have a good night.
Thank you. And for what it's worth, know that while that may be his decision, it may not necessarily be his desire. The Enclave is very particular, and it's a dutiful calling, and it is good, but it is a a large responsibility, and it may be that he didn't want to burden you with it, or didn't feel like it would be fair to be in two different places, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't hold it against yourself, but just
That's kind of you. I must be off. And she kind of scampers out, embarrassed about asking you something and revealing a little too
Yeah.
much. Okay. You guys are now alone in the hayloft. You have food. You have linens.
I guess let's just eat and go to bed. Wake up tomorrow early.
Well, I want to eat, and then if it's not too late, head over and see if I can find Heinrich.
Okay. This is kind of a good place to stop. I've got a lot of work to do today. I gotta kind of get back to it, you guys. We
Yeah.
can resolve the Imeric thing real quick if you want to, or we can pick it up there next time.
It doesn't matter. Whatever you feel like.
Okay. Well, let's start there. We'll start where you are just about to go to bed in the hayloft with Quell and Alder leaves home, if you don't mind.
cool.
Okay. Good job, kids. Hopefully next time we have everybody here on Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully get Michael and Lee back. I'm going to quit the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. You all have a good day. We will see you back here next Sunday at 1.
Thanks, Dream.
Bye, stream.
Do we get any XP?
Yeah, plenty of RP today. V2, Parathorax none, obviously, because it was me. Gray 1, Era 2, Davin 1. Good job being your characters, people.
So we're picking up where I go see Heinrich.
We are picking up right when you have started to bed down for the evening, and you can head out whenever you want. It's not late. It's about 7:30ish.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a calendar next time we do this, so I can actually have a calendar to look at. Timing's weird.
So, Dave, if it's okay with you, the way I'm going to reconcile experience, having obviously missed something and being like 1,500 points behind Andres, who missed an entire session, I put myself right where he was, and then I'm just adding from there.
That's fine.
Cool.
So you definitely have more than I have, and I'm at 10,025 right now. So you should probably have around maybe 10,200-ish.
Well, yeah, so before last session, you said you were at 9,000, correct? You were at 9,000
9,905.
was before this session?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the 120 from today.
Total 125.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So what's the? I feel like the next few weeks are gonna get kind of more. We're probably gonna play less. I updated the Google Calendar. I may not be here next week. It depends on my internet situation.
Yeah, things are gonna get weird until after Christmas, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
We will do our best to make it happen. I really want to keep, from now on, I want to try and keep everybody together if we can. Reason being, obviously today a lot of stuff happened that I didn't anticipate, and I had to roleplay a lot for Michael. I don't know how
Wait,
he would
you
have handled
didn't mean to make him a god?
Hell no! I put traps in that whole place. I thought you guys were gonna steal stuff. I expected you to piss off the entirety of Neverwinter.
Dave, way
That
to
place
bring
was
the best
fully
out of
trapped.
us.
No, didn't intend any of that. Remember when I mentioned the lamps on the
That's
walls?
what we're here for.
Yeah, those lamps were projecting a magical carpet that if you stepped on it, it would have been like Mission Impossible style, alerting everybody in the town of your
Yeah,
presence.
red lasers show up everywhere.
Yeah, you're not wrong. There was literally a red spot on the ground in front of each door.
That's
Anyway, preparation aside, I want to try and get away from RPing other characters as much as possible.
Yeah, totally.
Specifically for
Nice.
like, I made choices for Era. I made choices a couple times ago. I made choices for Cyros this time. They're fun choices and they happen to work out great. That being said, I don't know what he would have done, and I feel like I'm hijacking the game a little bit.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know, like either just not play unless we have everyone.
The idea is we try and get everyone together for the next session so that I can have an idea of where people want to go. It's been too long without everybody is my idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need at least one where I have everybody back for at least one session, a good solid 3-4 hour
Oh, I
session.
mean, this should be every time, you know.
Yeah, it should be. But
That's
the
the
idea is
point.
because it's been so long since we've had the entire group together and making choices together, I don't know where the dynamic is anymore. I don't know what people are intending. Michael's pretty much checked out as far as like the role playing aspect because he's not really a person anymore. So we need to get him back in the game and making choices again, so I can have an idea of where things are going, so that I will be once again comfortable with RPing you guys.
Yeah.
For right now, I'm kind of grasping at straws, and I don't want to be. But the quest to establish new mecha and unite Michael is still on, so I think that would be a good place to pick up with everybody once we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that name is sticking so hard. That.
New mecha.
So.
Not.
I like that better. That's better. That's gonna stick. Physics jokes. Okay. So, what I think is the next time we get together to play, we should try and get everybody together for at least a solid session. I don't care when it is, so we can have a better idea of where people are going. It could be a while before that happens, which is why I'm totally okay with Phil, you picking up any of the DM slack you want to and running side quests and bringing that other leg back, that kind of stuff. To
Yeah,
Gil.
literally the other leg.
Yeah. But I think we're about 3 sessions away from a full Michael. There's more going on with the major story in the background. This is basically a giant side quest right now. There's a lot to be said about what's going on, and you guys are kind of getting pieces of it. But as far as what's next, I want the group back, and I want to make choices together before we do anything drastic. So
Yeah, for sure.
we'll try and set it up on the Discord to figure out when people are around. I'm going to stop recording the thing.